Sexual Commotion, featuring a juggler and cell phones, was a big ensemble hit. Kevin received a DVD of the performance, which he featured this past summer during his FJH workshop tour. As a thank you, he offered to dedicate a new piece to the PMTA Piano Ensemble. Mr. Olson has flown all the way from Chicago to conduct this piece tonight. Needless to say, we are very honored and excited to premiere his work. Liz Owens will now read the poem she wrote in honor of this occasion.
Our next number will feature just a selected few, handpicked by our committee to perform this world debut. The guest conductor, Mr. Kevin Olson, a composer of much renown, has skillfully captured the essence of our strong and vibrant town. Legend of the Phoenix beautifully depicts a splendid, noble rebirth. From ashen ruins, new life is born to sail above the earth. Returning to sky on open wing, the phoenix soars ere long and reminds us that against all odds, we must continue our song.
recognize our next selection as the most popular canon or round ever written. The composer of this great work is Johann Pachelbel, an important German composer and organist of Protestant church music. One of the great composers of the Baroque period, Pachelbel's harmonizations of church chorales were inspirational to the young Johann Sebastian Bach, whose older brother had been Pachelbel's organ student. Being a good friend of the famous Bach family, he is noted by music historians for his influence on the great Johann Sebastian Bach. Although written approximately in 1680, the famous canon in D is still used in weddings, commercials, movies, and even in popular music today.
To are not. Yes, you will. No, I won't. Hopefully this doesn't sound familiar to you. But just in case that you will appreciate, everyone can relate to a little power struggle now and then. Your colleague at work, your social circles at school, and the one many piano students and parents can identify with. The never-ending struggle over piano practice. Of course, we're talking about other people's students, not our ensemble students.
Listen to how well Robert Vandal portrays the power struggles we all face in Power Play. From the fun-filled Disney classic, Pete's Dragon, is this Academy Award-winning song, Candle on the Water. Pete's Dragon is a wonderful story about the value of friendship as Pete, a young orphan, runs away to a Maine fishing town with his best friend, a lovable and sometimes invisible dragon named Elliot. They are taken in by a kind lighthouse keeper, Nora, and her father, but Elliot's prank playing lands them in big trouble. This song is sung in the movie by Nora from the lighthouse to her sweetheart Paul, who is lost at sea. This is the adult family member and student group. This group symbolizes how music can really bring families together. As members of the Ensemble Committee, we remember being the perfect teenagers. We always jumped right up when the alarm clock went off in the morning. We were always on time. We always did exactly what our parents asked us to do without any nagging whatsoever. It's interesting, too, that the older we get, the more we remember it being this way. I bet even being as perfect as we were, we could have used a motivating song to help get us going at times. What parent wouldn't want their very own theme song to motivate their teenagers to get up and go? We have the perfect solution for today's generation. Listen as these energetic teens prove they really can move with another exciting Robert Vandal piece. A German composer in the classical period by the name of Johann Anton Andre composed the Sonatina in G. The suffix "ina" in Italian means little. Therefore, sonatina literally means little sonata. and is a work with the characteristics of a classical sonata, but on a smaller scale. The sonata was the most characteristic movement form in instrumental music from the classical period to the 20th century. This compositional form occurs not only in pieces titled sonata, but also in a wide variety of other orchestral and chamber genres, including symphonies, overtures, string quartets, and so on. Played in Peoria, Arizona? No, that would be our sister city, Peoria, Illinois. The Peoria, Illinois Teachers Association commissioned Melody Bober to write our next number, Played in Peoria. Jazzy and playful, it offers swing eighths, syncopation, and chromatic passages, which create a fun showbiz effect. This group successfully brings out that slow, relaxed, old-fashioned swing that we would hear in the early 20th century American music. Imagine walking down the sidewalk in the 1920s, swinging a cane and wearing a top hat on a sunny afternoon. group have been practicing diligently to accomplish the technique required to play this demanding piece. It was a real challenge to put together, but so much fun to play. In our correspondence with composer David Kark, he states, quote, "Slavic Tale is a juxtaposition of Bartokian time signatures and Jewish folk music my grandmother sang to me. My grandparents were on the Jewish stage and performed all over the world. I wrote this duet for the All Ohio Piano Ensemble and conducted the first performance in Cincinnati, Ohio." Close quote. We think Dr. Karp masterfully brings to life the robust, passionate flavor of the Slavic culture in this beautiful piece. composer of the famous Andalusia, Ernesto Lecuona was one of the most important Latin musical figures of the early 20th century. In fact, he was known as the George Gershwin of Cuba, as he took the jazz idiom and mixed it with his own nationalism. Born in Havana in 1896, Lecuona first earned fame as a concert pianist when he appeared in public at the age of 5. He later studied music at the National Conservatory in Havana and with Maurice Ravel in Paris. At the age of 21, he made his debut in New York City and soon became a concert sensation. During the late 20s, he copyrighted 2 of the most famed songs in the Latin repertoire, Malagueña and Andalusia. Please help us welcome our guest conductor, Dr. Thomas Lookout.
At this time of the program, I would like to introduce you to some very special students who have reached a milestone in the number of years that they have participated in this event. Tonight, we will be honoring those who have participated in the ensemble for 5 years, 8 years, and 10 years. The ones that have participated for 10 years will receive, in addition to a trophy, a $100 check from the Phoenix Music Teachers Association Scholarship Fund. I would like to invite all the teachers who have students receiving trophies tonight just to meet over on the left ramp so you can shake their hands. Participating for 5 years is Janice Strutowski, student of Blaine Strutowski. 5 years, Casey Seltzer, student of Paula Heyer. 5 years, Christy Tang, student of Irene Pinsky. 5 years, Christopher Ludwig, student of Pamela Joy Smith. 5 years, Amy Stelner, student of Carolyn Berkeley. 8 years, Amber Clark, student of Angelica Providence School. Amber will also be picking up a 5-year trophy for Audrey Connors, who is in the previous concert, student of Carolyn and Avenue. 8-year participant, Connie Yang, student of Linda Stansfield. TJ Sackey-Lyon, 8 years, student of Aunt Mae Bruton. 8-year participant, Austin Thompson, student of Isla Felton. We have 3 remaining very special students who have gone beyond the 10 years, so we wanted to at least acknowledge them tonight and shake their hand. 11 years, Amanda Judd, student of Yvonne Hayden. 11 years, Stephen Farnsworth, student of Carolyn Bergman. 12 years, Whitney Stanley, student of Rita Quayle. Congratulations to all of these students, and also thank you to all of the other students who have participated in this event tonight. At this time, I would like to introduce the president of the Phoenix Music Teachers Association, Liz Owens. Please welcome her.